I got this mental illness. I can't stay long. I can't take medicine because it makes me sick. I've been hearing sounds since I was a teenager. Most of the time I get messages that I shouldn't be somewhere or I should move on. So I go to the shelter and some case managers tries to get me on medication, but then I get sick again and leave to go live in a parked car or an old bus.
I applied for a couple of jobs, but it's kind of hard to get one, you know? When you're homeless and you don't look good, and you have no number for them to reach you. But when the right one comes along, I will get it. I just got to take care of myself until the right time. In the meantime, I read the Bible, I go to church, and I get in touch with my spiritual side.
I was living at home. I had my son at home, and the father said he wouldn't marry me because why should he buy the cow when the milk was free? My mother called me a whore, and my dad beat me. They said they should keep my son because I wasn't worth him. I was 25 and had never been married, and the father deserted me. I had a job as a hairdresser. I went to school for that. Then one day, I slept late when my son was crying, and they just kicked me out. They locked my son in the room so I couldn't get him with me. I moved into the Hope House, and then here.
I was working 44 hours a week at the hardware store. Mother of 2 sons, my husband has some drug problems. I got out of it. I'm okay. I have to take all the responsibility for myself and my children. I don't worry about me that much, although I worry about my sons. They're a very impressionable age, and they need a strong person to say, this is things you're going to have to do. And that's what I'm teaching them. And I hope it's going to help them. In the meantime, I'm trying. I'm trying to be strong for them.
I worked for major industry for 35 years. I took an early retirement and early Social Security. It didn't leave me with much to live on. I didn't have any insurance after 63, and I had to have a bypass. It took all my savings, and I still have to pay for the hospital bill each month. I started drinking heavy after that. I was lonely too because I didn't have any kids, and all my brothers had died. With the drinking and the low cash, I lost my house. I rented for a while, and then ended up in a rooming house.
I've been on my own since 10th grade. Some months before my mom moved to Oklahoma to take care of my grandmother, my dad lives in Wisconsin and I don't exactly know him. After my mom left, I shared an apartment with one of my 4 siblings in North Minneapolis. My brother and I both worked at Burger King to pay the rent. A bunch of his friends moved in, and next thing I knew, he lost his job, and I was trying to support all these adults. I couldn't do it. This is where my homelessness began. There are a lot of other kids in my situation.
Many homeless shelters are dangerous, scary places. Thefts and violence are commonplace. Add all that to the underpaid and uneducated staff who often cannot care a bit for the people they serve, and you have a place that may be warm, but is likely not very safe.